Well, good afternoon, everyone. It's Rob. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Let's go ahead and make sure you all can hear me. If you would please type the number 1 in the chat box, let me know that you can. I would greatly appreciate it. Oh, there she goes. Thank you, Jim. All right, they appreciate it. How you doing, Robert? Afternoon, Erica. Morning, Kevin. PK, number 1. There we go. Lots of ones, a couple of threes. Having another great day. Good, Jim. Love to hear it. Hey, Roby, how you doing, my friend? Good to hear from you. Roby, how far are you from Gaithersburg, Maryland? Excellent. Good. 30 minutes. Okay. Well, I go there a couple times a year now. It seems one of the masterminds that I'm in. Maybe we'll connect while I'm there one time. Hey, Joe. Oh, it was great seeing you Sunday. Yeah, it would be great, Roby. Get dinner or something one night. All right. Welcome, one and all. As we do get started here, keep in mind everything we look at is for educational purposes. Nothing's meant to be advice or recommendations. If you find something you like here, anything, it doesn't matter. Just make sure it fits your own personal risk profile and risk tolerance before ever taking on a candidate that set up the indicator, whatever it is. All right. So we have got a ton going on. We've got Inner Circle check-in tonight at 7 p.m. Tonight we've got Mastering the Trade. All of those of you that are in power option plays tonight, you will automatically be registered. I've got not only the statistics for this entire year. We're going to go through every trade that we've done by symbol. You'll know how many trades we did, what the winning percent was, break even, lose. We know it on all of those trades. We can say that on our non-funded trades, we did hit 7 figures this year so far. So I'm excited for that. And I've got a big announcement tonight about what we're doing going forward in POP. And actually in tonight's class, y'all that come are going to help me to shape some of what we do going forward as well. We've got Mastermind Group coming up tomorrow. I'm teaching that. November 16th is Patterns in a Flash. That is Tony, the Q&A. And then Trading You Live 2.0 is on the 18th. That would be, of course, I still don't have a November calendar up, but that would be this Saturday. We start at 9 a.m. Eastern. We've got 6 hours planned. This will be our second Saturday, well, actually our third Saturday that we do full days. So we're over 30 hours already of time in, I think it's total about 30 hours of time in there, 26 hours, something like that. Recorded there on 2.0. So that was overall going really well. Power Hour Trading Coaches Playbook on regular schedule. POP, E-mini, Covered Call Explorer, and Vega Spreads as well, all on their regular schedule. Here's our followers page. Make sure you follow along with the various social platforms we have out there. We've got a TikTok that we've been building up now. We've got a brand new one that we're adding to it, which is going to be a trader's mindset one. I'll let you know about that once we get it done and finalized. And then here's our trading boss mantra, right? Or manifesto, right? What it is to be a trading boss, which is what we tell you that for me, that's what's important to me, is that we're working towards this goal to give everybody the opportunity to become a trading boss, right? And this is what it means to us as a company. You can download this on the members on the homepage. You can download it on the robertjroy.com. You can download it on tradinglikeaboss.com. It's available on all of them. Total Access Trading. There are so many of you that take advantage of multiple programs at one time from us. This gives you all 4 of the premium tools that I offer in one place, right? Covered Call Explorer, POP, Monster Market Movers, and Gap Trading Stats. So Lee's just dropped it in there. Take advantage of that, guys. It is a great offer. It's a tremendous discount by getting all of them at one time. All right. And we don't want to go there just yet. All right, let's talk trades. What trades have you guys done? Drop them in. I want to see them. How are we doing today? We got a bit smaller group today. I guess we're getting too close to the holidays now, right? People are starting to get busy with things. Drop those trades in. Let's see how you did, or what you did. How about that? And we'll go through those. I've got 2 of them for today. So the very first one is SPY. No trades for Jim today. Yeah, it was a weird morning, right? Brenda said QQQ $72. 3 contracts. Don't know the exact percentage. That's okay, Brenda. You're profitable. It worked. Funded, not funded, doesn't matter. And that's what this is, folks. This is not about putting in real money trades. This is put in whatever you've done. If you didn't do a trade today, but you did something that you liked on Friday, drop it in, right? That's what this is all about. It's about throwing it out into the universe. So it's not just you. You're telling others, this is what I'm doing, right? So let's see. Trip said, standard IWM Hakanashi scalp. That weird morning left me with only 12%. Okay, only 12. How many? Come on, can everybody at one time just go, oh, for Trip? You feel feel bad that he only made 12%? How long are we in the trade, Trip? All right, PK said Amazon, $154. I like it. Trip said 6 minutes, 12%, 6 minutes. So that's like a 0.5%. No, that's like 2% a minute, right? So not too bad, right? You just got to get, if you can get the trade to go like 25 minutes or so, Trip, you'll be killing it, right? Yeah, a lot of congratulations coming for you there, Trip. Let's see. Roman said still in on Netflix to the downside. I did not get a Netflix off today. Did look at Nvidia on a bounce, but I didn't get a pullback far enough. Let's see. Roman, just remind me when we get into that a little bit after, and I'll take a look at Netflix for you. Absolutely. Congratulations, Trip. Les said very late getting into Tesla, still made $300. There you go. I love it. Yeah. I got in late and I still made money. Wonderful. Right? Brenda said, will you show me how to do percentage? 3 contracts, buy to open at $1.54, sold to close at $1.78. Yeah, so that's probably not a bad idea, Brenda. Let's cover that a little bit here to make a good little snippet that we can use in another video somewhere. Where in the world is my document? Okay. So the way it works is this. Cash in is your profit. Cash out is your cost. So the way you do it is cash in, CI, over cash out. So cash in your pocket was the profit, Brenda. So cash out for you was your cost. That was $1.54. Right? That was your cost. You sold the position. And that was, let's do it this way. STC, sell to close, for $1.78. Right? So what does that mean? It means your profit was 154 to 178, which is 24 cents. Right? So now we do cash in, 0.24 divided by cash out, which is 1.54. Right? So if we go and grab a calculator, it'll open somewhere up here on one of my 6 monitors. Cash in, 0.24 divided by cash out, 1.54, gives me 15.5% rate of return. Nice job, Brenda. Nice job. 15% for the day. Remember, S&P 500 does 8 to 10% on average a year. It has bad years, it has great years, but on average, 50 years or 100 years, it's about 8 to 10% a year is what it makes. So there you go. And that's for all of those as well that were others that were unfamiliar with how to do it. Right? That is the way. So I got taken out. I didn't realize. That's good. So we did an SPY trade this morning on pivots, pivot point trade. It was around 10 o'clock. I got in. So I got this small little bounce here at 950. I wasn't excited about it. We pulled back. We opened, then we bounced again. So it was between these 2 candles. I don't remember which one exactly it was. But we got in for about $1.50 on the option. So the 438 calls that expired today. And let's go see what the 438s. Let me go back here first. Let's change it over to SPY. Let's see, 438 calls. Right now we're trading at about 2.5. We got in at about 1.5, so it's $1 move. right? I'll take it. 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 You know, look at the open interest here, guys. You got 8,000 open interest on this contract and 187,000 volume. 17,000 open interest, 286,000 volume today. Talk about freaking crazy, right? It is, and it's not any different on the puts. We got some huge volume on put contracts today as well, right? Out of the money options, though, we are getting a little bit of a move up, but were on the position earlier, right? So, so SPY was a nice little setup today, right? SPY was a nice little setup today. We got the bounce off of here. I could not watch it. I meant to put a signal in to get out at half in the middle. I did not. I trailed the way up. Had it set for just under that R1 as our target. It was like 440 and 3/4 or something. So it might have been, let's see. High here was 440.83. Yeah, because this one we didn't get out there. No. So it was right there at 11:45. I didn't realize we got taken out. That's excellent. Good. I'm happy. I will take it all day long. All right, so that was number one. Number two, let's go over and look at the chat, and it was Amazon. So Amazon opened up to the downside this morning. It looks like it was scrunched. Let me unscrunch that. Good. So we got down this morning. We stretched down. We got to a low of 140.67. We're looking at 140.53. So now we're 14 cents off of that level. We had a rank of 1, right? Bullish bias rank of 1. We got a bounce inside of there, right? If we're looking at 143.62 is our resistance, we got to a high today of 143.23. So we're looking at 143.25 would be our automatic trigger on that to get out. Okay. But we've pulled our trigger sooner on that because of the micro day trading stuff, which you guys will be hearing about in the near future, sometime in probably second quarter of next year. But we got it was what time? 9:50. So on this candle, we got our bounce. We bottomed out right here, and you look at it, and go, oh, Rob, that's so far away. Well, its close was 140.83 and 140.53 is support. We're talking 30 cents away, and we did stretch down intra candle to a low of 140.67. If we go to 1 minute candles on here, you could see that we closed at our lowest low of 140.72. So let's see that. Let's see the line. Where is it? There we go. So 140.72. Right. So right in there. And we got out somewhere around here on the position. I didn't write the P&L down on it. But if we got in about 140.5, I don't remember. And we're out at 141.5, we'll call it about $1 move. So 60, 70, 80 cents on Amazon. I'll take it all day long. I'll take it. Right. I'm not complaining one iota, one little bit, not at all, right? Especially after that nice gap down and bounce. It's exactly what we need to take a bullish entry. There you go. PK say I got out of my Amazon at the midpoint. Nice, very nice, good. I love it. Right, those are the only ones that I had go off today. I was watching Goldman Sachs. It didn't trigger for me. I was watching Nvidia. That did not trigger for me. Too bad, because I like the Nvidia setup a lot. So Jim said, Amazon, the daily chart is not perfect, but it looks like a rising 3 with only 2 candles instead of 3. So like a rising 3-ish, we'll call it, right? Let's see. Let's go to Amazon. Yeah, I guess. I mean, if you talk about this pullback in here, I mean, the ideally this body on the gap up would not have been higher than the open. I mean, the close the previous day, the first day of that 3-day pattern. So yes, it is quasi, but I see what you mean with it, Jim. And take it to the next level. That happened right at a pivot point, or a Fibonacci level, which is still a pivotal point, right? So spot on. I love the thought there. Right, correct. It wasn't ideal. Yep, not at all. But it's kind of the me too. I did this pattern, and now it happened right at a fib line. Right? Are we going to get a bounce off of there? Friday, we got a really strong move on Friday. We had a phenomenal upside move on a lot of stocks on Friday. Let me see if I can grab as a sheet. There we go. Let's see. I don't know what's going to open up. Just never know what monitor we're going to open things up on here. I was actually working on all of the numbers for tonight for class. So for Friday, we had 3 trades go off on Friday. We had Adobe, Amazon, and Square go off on Friday. 10 contracts, 20 on Square, all based on price. Okay. Each understand most traders are going to do something such as these are the stocks I trade, and I'm using exactly the same things to get in and out. We don't do that. In power option plays, we don't do that. We have a specific rule for each way we're in and or out on whatever it is, right? Whatever it is, we've got a specific rule to do that with, okay? So what does that mean? What does that represent? Well, if you look at a Square, it's a very low price stock, right? It's under $100. So we have an arrangement or a rule that we will do 20 contracts on Square, okay? Instead of 10, which would be our normal contracts. On an Amazon, it's under 150. So we have a rule of how we're getting out of it or where we're getting into it, how far away from a support and or resistance line it was. Each of these make up based on the price of the position. Adobe is a higher price stock, so we have a different rule as far as where we get out of our or at our resistance levels, right? All of these things are critical, they're important, but that is the difference between a good trader and a great trader. Is your system is not this black box that you just do the same exact thing every time. Nothing ever changes, it's exactly the same. Granted, I want consistency in my trading. My system is the same, the tweak is slightly different. I get in with a slightly larger number of contracts on a lower price stock to make it worth doing that trade. And you don't have to do 20, you can still do 1. It's just the way we trade it in pop. When we get out of an Amazon, we get out 50 cents away from resistance. We get out of Adobe, we get out $5 away from $3 away from resistance, right? So there are different rules associated with each of the setups, each of the candidates, right? These are the 3 from Friday afternoon, from Friday's trading day. Right, so you could see the home run for us was Adobe. That was the home run. $11,505 was our total P&L on Adobe. Amazon was $1,170. Square was a break even. We got in at 51.5. We got out at 51.5. Now, some are going to say, but Rob, you lost money. You had commissions in there. Yes, we have commissions. But if you know anything about business, okay, you don't buy a product. You don't buy this bottle of water for $1 as a business and say, well, it cost me $1 and it cost me 10 cents to ship it, so my cost was $1.10. No. That's COGS, C-O-G-S, cost of goods sold. Goes into a different heading on the balance sheet, all right, on your cost, right? There's a difference. So that's a commission column. It's a cost, but not reflecting the direct, directly on the trade. What my expenses are as far as my internet, my data providers, my education, my masterminds, all of that comes into my costs. I don't take, okay, well, I did 3 trades or I did 20 trades on power op. No, let's just do 10. It's these number. I did 10 trades on power option plays this month, and I paid extra power option plays divided by 10, and that's how much. No, you don't add that into the trade cost. Okay, commissions to me anyway go in a different column. If it were, they go on a different sheet. Actually, they're not on the same sheet for P&L. The trade is the trade. I got in, I got out. What did I pay for it? What did I get out for? Yes, did this one cost me something? It was a break-even trade. It would cost me if you start adding all the other expenses in there. But what about Adobe? If we average our trades out, did it really cost me anything for Square? And the answer is heck no. Okay, heck no. And here's the biggest. Can I find this? Hold on. I want to make sure I grab the right one. 1X. There we go. The biggest concern, question, shtick that I get from people all the time is, Rob, I can't do 10 contracts of Adobe, or I can't do 10 contracts of Amazon. Now, they were Fridays, so very inexpensive because the option expired the same day. But here are options or trades on the exact same 3 trades where we only did 1 contract. I know that there's a larger number here on the D under number of contracts. That's just the way the person that built this spreadsheet for me built it. We only got stopped out of one contract or closed that one contract. So that's what it works off of, is that. Okay. So when we look, we made $1,150 on Adobe, $117 on Amazon, and we broke even on Square still. Why? We did one contract. Okay. So everybody can do just one contract. I mean, and especially now with the low VIX that we have, if you look, let's look at Amazon. Okay. I did not need to do the contracts that I did today on Amazon. I did not need to do the 145s. Let me see, 145. No, that's not 145. What did I do? I don't know what it was, but I did not need to do an option that was in the money with an 86, 87 delta. I could have easily gotten away with going to a 67 delta, which gives me $2.78. If we look at, let's look at Netflix. Going to be one of the more, I don't want to say volatile, but one of the more expensive options would come on a Netflix, right? And why? It's a Monday right now, right? We've got a 67 delta. It would cost you $878, $880. See what you would have made? You would have made $10 already had you just did one contract. You're up to 888 right now. Okay, better than 666. Anyway, you would have made $1. You would have made 10 cents on it in just a few seconds. Now, yes, great, awesome, Rob, wonderful, thanks. No, but all joking aside, it's a $9 option. One contract costs you $900. Now, I realize for some that would still be a stretch. That would be hard for you to do that. But then don't fight me on this stuff, all right? Stop looking at those high-priced stocks and go look at Roku. Roku? Really? It's like a $50, $80 stock now. What do I want to do Roku for? Go to Roku, and it's Monday. I have a 68 delta, 440 open interest, $3.23, right? And let's just keep in mind, it says 67 delta. Can we just say 70 for the math I'm going to do for a moment? It's not about teaching you math. You can do the real math yourself. I could do the 70 in my head. If we look, Roku, they move $4.40 a day. You're not going to catch all of it. But if you catch $2 or a $4.40 move, right? So you pick up $2 on a 70 delta. That's a $1.40 move. Well, Rob, we've got bid-ask spread to contend with. You're right, we do. So on Roku, that 68 delta has a 10-cent bid-ask spread. You're going to negotiate in the middle, so you got 5 cents, and you know what that is? A waste of time to even figure out. If you made $1.40, drop it to $1 when you calculate the bid-ask spreads in there. You put $3 in the trade, you get $1 of profit out of it. That's 33% rate of return for the day. If it took you an entire day, so what? Stop fighting that you need to go after the bookings and the Costco's and United Healthcare and Adobe's. You don't. What about Square? Right? Square is a $52 stock. If we look at Square, it moves $2.25 a day, $2.30 a day it moves on Square. Right? So again, you're not going to get all of it. So you got a 66 delta, right? Is $1.58. So say you paid $1.70 for it, we'll call it we'll call it a 70 delta. If the stock can move $2, but you can only get half of it, it's $1 move. You're going to get 70 cents minus the 4 whopping cents of bid-ask spread. See where I'm going with this? Don't get caught up on this, right? 50, 60, 70 cents on $1.50. If you only made 50 cents, that's a 33% rate of return on your money, right? When someone says, show me the money, it's right there. You don't need booking. You don't. You don't need Chipotle Mexican. Well, I need Chipotle Mexican Grill, but I mean to eat, not to. Anyway, you don't need to trade those big companies, right? How about focusing on things that fit inside of your wheelhouse, right? Yep. Erica, I knew you were chiming in. I was just waiting. Erica said, yep, Roku. There it is, people. There it is. People have no idea how amazing Roku is. My number one fan. Oops, number one stock. Okay, there you go. Jim said about a month ago, out of your 20 stocks you follow, 18 were bearish. Today, out of the 20 stocks, how many have turned bullish? Almost all of them. We got 18 bullish and 2 bearish, Jim. That's our right now. Let me see. I don't want to give away the secret sauce there because this is part of what members pay for. But how about this? There we go. Ow, God, what did they do? Made it the height of the whole page. Okay, didn't want that. Of the 2 monitors, it just ran the spreadsheet up the height of 2 monitors there. All right, so let me do this. Great, is no gonna let me. Wow. So 18 stocks bullish, 2 stocks neutral, none of them bearish. Right? That's how amazing this this move in the last 2 weeks has become, Jim. It's just phenomenal. Abso-freaking-lutely phenomenal. Let's see. Jim said Amazon the daily. Okay, now I got that one. Roby, I was thinking about doing an iron condor on Amazon 150 60s and 130 20s. Your thoughts? So I'm not a fan of them, Roby, on stocks. That doesn't mean they don't work. I have very much refined my iron condors to doing it only on the run. Tripp is doing an amazing job inside Covered Call Explorer with it. Roby, you see it in there every week. I like them much better there. The biggest thing on an iron condor, that was Amazon, you said, right? The biggest thing on the iron condor is the overall pattern, right? So we've got a strong bullish thrusting pattern going on right now, right? So 130s, I think you said, you got to look at your risk number. Your risk would be the 130 on the downside and 150 on the upside. So we've been down obviously below the 130. We're not up at the 150 yet, but we have pushed into that high in there in the last 6 months or so at about 146. So yeah, I mean, your numbers are spot on as far as where you're looking, right? You can't do everything down below the lowest low ever, that's for sure. And this was earnings that drove it, so I don't expect we're going to see another move down there anyway. That said, I went into Friday $350 down, ended up $15.16. In the right place for once. There you go, Les. I love it. I love it. Better lucky than good, right? Tesla is on a tear. Karen said, yes, without a doubt, Tesla's on a tear, right? A tear down, right? I mean, they've had massive move to the downside. I made this comment on over the weekend. I did it in Power Option Plays and Pop. That I would love to see Tesla go down and give us another buying opportunity. I mean, I'd love to see the break of the 164. I certainly would love to see the break of the 164 before I get back to my cardiologist appointment. Because he's a massive investor in Tesla. He's owned it forever through every one of these splits. He's got tens of thousands of shares because of the way it's split. I mean, he is set for life with his Tesla position, even when he retires. He's a younger guy, but he's got a few years to go yet. I'll be gone before he's retired, I think. But I wouldn't mind seeing another buying opportunity to add to my position with Tesla. I like to move down. Right now, Karen said something about a different symbol, though. TSLL for those on a budget. Direction. Okay, it's a directional. All right. So this is I'm not familiar with this, Karen, so thank you. This is a directional 1.5. So it's 1.5 times more aggressive than Tesla itself. But if you're on a budget, it's lower cost. But understand it moves faster. So if it goes in your direction, you make money quicker. If it goes against you, you lose money quicker, right? It works the exact same way in reverse. So TSLL. Karen, thank you for that. Karen, is there a bear one like this too? That would be interesting. No, yeah, just a thought. I mean, if we got one side, I'd love to see the other side. So if we go and look at TSLL, let's see. Right. All right. So weekly options on it. TSLL, we've got a 78 delta, 502 open interest, and it's 95 cents is our cost. Very low cost. So what can we do here? There's the problem when you get to that lower cost. 45 delta, 14, right? I can't make any money selling the 14s against the stock of TSLL. If I go on more week out, I could sell the 13 halves for 33 cents. Cash in my pocket is 0.33. Cash out of my pocket would be 12.77. That would be 2.5% for 2 weeks. It's okay. It's not horrible. But I can get that for some stocks without having to go that far out. So, meaning the 2 weeks. But there you go. Take a look at it, folks. See if it works for you. So Jeff said TSLS. There you go. There it is, Karen, for you and everybody else. TSLS. Right? This is the bearish directional, 1.5 times on the bearish side. Oh, no, one time. 1x this shows. So it's not as, it's as bearish as Tesla. So this one is parity. It moves the same way that a Tesla would move. Not the same dollar amount. Remember, you're looking at a ratio of $250 versus $20, right? So there's a disparity between the numbers there as far as cost, but it has a similar move to it percentage-wise and so forth. Yeah, for direction would have been great if you would have caught it, Karen. Exactly. If you want me to cry, Erica, keep it up. Please don't go anywhere. You're one of the most patient, kind instructors that I know and actually care about people. Thank you. Thank you. I do appreciate stuff like that. All right. Let's see. Roby said, I'm concerned with CPI tomorrow. We need to be concerned about every number coming out tomorrow, the next day, the week after that, because I think we are on just a swivel right now, right? I am not getting the warm and fuzzies that we're going to come to a resolution to not run into a shutdown, government shutdown. So all of these things weigh into it, Rob. You get the right CPI, the right PPI, the right consumer confidence, and we shut the government down. Nations around the world are looking for reasons to dethrone us as the stable currency, the clearing currency, and we just do everything we can to give it to them. Jim said, per CME website, the possibility of keeping rates the same on 12/13 is 87%. This might be fueling the bulls. It definitely is. It definitely is. Let's see. Brenda said, looks like Tesla might fill the gap. Well, we filled it from today with the wick. Oh, my bad, Brenda. I got it. You're talking about this gap over here. That would be great. And here's the thing, guys. Let me ask you a question. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything here that I need to go over. We're going to leave Tesla's gap for a second. Let me just cover these questions so I don't have to go back and search for them after. All right. Okay, good. No, all good. Just more comments and points. Okay. So now Tesla is right where it is right now. It's at $223.66. What position in the chair should you be in at this point? Is this a 1, a 2, or a 3? And if you're unfamiliar with that, position of 1 in the chair is back here. You're back away from the keyboard. You can't reach it. You're analyzing big picture. That's number 1. Number 2 is I'm getting ready to trade. I'm sitting up straight. Number 3 is I'm on the edge of my seat, hands on keyboard. It's rock time. It's time to go. All right. Is it 1? Is it 2? Or is it 3? This is important. This is very important. Okay. So, yeah, you can guess if you don't know. I'm not going to call you out and say, really, Bill, you actually said that? That's not how this works. Okay. So I got a bunch of 1s and a bunch of 2s, no 3s. Okay. Which is good. So right now, there are a lot of individuals out there that are saying, ooh, and guys, I just went through this Thursday. I was on Benzinga's show on Thursday. We started talking about options, and the guy said to me, listen, you need to come back and explain how this stuff works, because so many people just don't get it. And we need you to come back here and just teach it one day on whatever the strategy we were talking about. It might have been a covered call. I don't remember. So, I'm going to propose when we kind of do a little bit of an options series where we do a couple of weeks in a row. I'm on there every week. They have me come back as a guest to talk about SPX and VIX each week to cover my thoughts on it. And a stock came up. I don't know which one it was. And he said, well, why aren't you bullish on it yet? And I went through the bias, right? If you look right now, our moving averages, we're in a neutral bias. We're above the 21, below the 55. But our moving averages are completely upside down of where they need to be for bullish. Completely upside down. The 8 is on the bottom. So taking a bullish entry, you really want to be aggressive if you take anything. Maybe double aggressive. If you normally take 10 contracts and aggressive, you take 4, you might only want to take 1, right? Because we're just not there. There is nothing yet that says, ooh, we are in a bullish position. We didn't break out, retest, bounce. The 8 crossed up through the 21, pink through green, right? Moving average. We don't see any of that happening yet. For me, most of the time, I'm going to be sitting back here right now and just watching, right? And waiting on this to do something. Now, if I get a strong bullish day, and this is the other side of it, if I get a strong bullish day, we close tonight above the 224.43. We get a strong bullish day. I pull back tomorrow and I bounce. I'm talking about a strong bullish day tomorrow. We pull back and we bounce. I'm going to take the bullish entry, right? It's a rank of 1, still in a neutral, but my 21 moving average is right near my fib line. So I've got a rank of 1. It's the best opportunity with the minimal risk in the trade, but I'm still taking it as an aggressive entry, meaning I'm only going to do a handful of contracts. I'm not going to do a full allotment of trading contracts in there. There's too much risk, or dollars, whether you do dollars or contracts. There's too much risk for me to take on there, but I may want to still participate. If I get a mediocre day where pre-market, 5 minutes before the market opens, the S&P is up 4, yeah, I'm probably not doing a whole lot with this stock unless it's news driven. Elon Musk takes over China. China becomes free nation, and all Teslas are free to or discount to anybody that lives in China. Whatever, I'm making it all up, right? But you get this great news about Tesla comes out, awesome. Then I would consider something. But otherwise, 1s and 2s, I'm not ready to trade anything. I'm in position 3, position number 2, maybe if I get the right move. But knowing I'm trying not to use the word bias, knowing your thoughts on the market, on the individual, it's how we normally say it in the United States, individual, not individual. Knowing your individual opinion, status, thoughts on the position, and having a plan. You need to have a plan in place. So if something goes wrong, you're good. You're covered. You are okay in that trade, because you will have trades go against you. I can tell you right now, I just ran all my stats through the entire year on power option plays. We are crushing it this year. We're a little better than 79% win rate on our trades on power option plays, right? And funny thing is, you look at swing trades, they're a very small part of it. All of it is day trades. Some of it is aggressive, but a lot of it is, most of it is all day trades. And we are doing fantastic without holding overnight, which I love the thought of being able to do that. Two-pronged system is what I call it, right? We've got our swing trades, we've got our day trades, and each individual, this is day trades in this hand, each individual system, day versus swing, has its own set of rules, And inside of there are subcomponents of other trading systems. In other words, we've got base rules of support, resistance, using fibs, confluences, things like that. But then we have different rules for entries, exit, number of contracts, and so forth, based on a series of criteria that have taken me about 12 years to work on, right? To perfect inside of that, right? Power option plays is not your granddaddy's or grandmama's stock market. It's not, right? We work off of very high probability setups, period, the end, nothing else. Oh, you're good, Erica. Deborah said, Tesla, some news about India may have an EV credit. Well, that would be awesome for them, right? I still just have a problem knowing that my car can only go 350 miles or 550 miles, because I know me, I'm going to forget to plug it in. I'm going to get halfway there and realize I got no juice. I'd be the guy carrying 2,000 feet of extension cords in my trunk, right? And nothing else, just to make sure I didn't miss out on getting charged somewhere. Okay. Let me bring us back in here. There we go. All right. Well, actually, so let's talk about trading with small account. Right, and then we're going to jump into the SP 500. I kind of went into it a little bit already. I realized I was doing it once I started talking about Roku and Square and PayPal and the likes. You don't need a lot of monies to trade with for your account, right? So let me see, where would I have it? Where would I have it? Where would I have it? It's not that one. Let's see, do I have here prices? Okay, so I'll share this one, right? So keeping in mind that these numbers that I am showing you, we had somewhere between a 16 and a 20 VIX level when I did it. VIX got higher towards the end of the week, which made the options a little more expensive. But I looked on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and this was back in May of this year. I looked at what each of these options cost. Apple was $670 on a Monday. It was $320 on a Friday with a higher VIX. Had we kept VIX the same, it probably would have been $270, $280 for the option, okay? Adobe was $835 on Monday. Now it's then it was $355 on Friday. Amazon was $310 on a Monday. It was $1.39 on a Friday, right? And I did not fill the rest of this sheet in. Right, I did it exactly the same time. There's a feature in Thinkorswim in the funded side of the software that you can do a look back. And I paused it right at 9:40, so I waited for the first 10 minutes to pass. I got away from all of the mumbo jumbo of people with market orders in from the night before and trying to get all that filled and just crazy numbers happening. And I just put it in at 9:50 and I froze it. And I looked at Monday, and then I'd go to Friday, and then I'd go to the next symbol. Monday, Friday, Monday. Well, actually, I did all 5 days, and just look at each day to see what it costs. Because you may look at a booking and say, I can't afford a booking on a Monday, but on a Friday you might be able to do it, or a Costco, or an Nvidia, right? Nvidia does have a little bit of a higher price on their options, but knowing the day of the week that best suits your numbers is going to be critical. Right, Nvidia right now to buy an option is $13.75 today. Okay, today. If you go back and do it for a Friday, you're probably looking at $5 to $7 again, depending on where it is in relationship to the strike price. Is it $1 away? Is it $2 away? You know, where is it in relation to that price? Probably looking at $5 to $7 for the options. That means $500 to $700 to do one contract of what I feel is probably one of the best trading stocks out there right now is Nvidia. Right. I'm going to share tonight some numbers from POP. Let me see where it is. I'm going to share these numbers this evening in Power Option Plays. So I'm not ready to give them out yet. Where are you? Okay, not responding. Close the program. Too much stuff open right now, I think. Let's try it again. Okay, there we go. So Nope, can't do it on that screen. Too much stuff in the way. So when we look at total P&L, Netflix, NVIDIA, Tesla, those three are my three top stocks. Those three are in the top 5. The top 5 stocks in power option plays, those three are in the top total P&L per symbol. And not one of our stocks is over 100,000 this year, which I am very excited about. We've really honed in on the right stocks of getting a lot of trades on a lot of stocks. Now, don't get me wrong. You know, booking, I will say, we only have 9 trades have gone off this entire year on booking. I'm not getting rid of it, not with what it pays us, that's for sure. Netflix, 2, 3, 4, 5. Netflix, NVIDIA, and Tesla, per trade P&L on average, they're in the top 5. They're in the top 5. The largest percentage of P&L, top 5. Number of trades, not as much. Netflix was number 1 for the number of trades. That blew me away. I didn't realize there was that many. Right? Erica, Roku was number 2. Right? So when you look at this, don't feel that I need to trade these big dollar stocks. I need to do a lot of them. I need to do them every day. You may be trading a lot of Roku and PayPal and Square and the likes of that on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, where Thursday and Friday on NVIDIA, you're trading those two. On Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you're doing Netflix. On Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you're trading Costco. You know, whatever it is, based on what the cost is, it comes underneath your cost. You don't need a lot of money to do this. You just don't. You don't need a lot of cash to do this. So, Brenda, I don't trade cryptos the way it's people are doing in and out. I don't do that. I do hold Bitcoin and I do hold Ethereum. I think Bitcoin is a $60,000 coin again. So I have my fair share of Bitcoin in my account. One of my, that's my Robinhood account. Jim said, and possibly SPY costs are low each day since they expire each day. Exactly. That's why the Hakanashi trade is so well and so forth. They expire every day. Yeah, Brenda, not something we're going to go into here on buying crypto. Basically, go open up a Robinhood account and say Bitcoin. I want to buy $500 and hit enter, and you just bought Bitcoin. That's how hard it is. But Robinhood, Coinbase, there's 100 different ways you can do it. Right? It is long term for me, Erica. Exactly, for you as well. Yeah, it's not. This is not something that I'm aimed to say I'm going to buy it and sell it, buy it and sell it, buy it and sell it. My early introduction, I was an early adopter on crypto. I bought Bitcoin at $1,200 the very first time I bought it. Not because I was smart, because a buddy of mine called me and harassed me and said, you need to go put some money in this now. And a couple hours later, after trying to use a credit card and putting a New York address and being told that they don't accept New York addresses, I had to put my Florida address down. And we went back and forth for hours. They finally took my money and I was able to buy Bitcoin. And I found out you can't put a stop in. You can't short it. I'm like, what the hell did I just do? Jesse, my buddy Jesse, just plugging away for me. I'm happy he did though. All right, what stocks you guys want to take a look at? Drop a few in because I only have a few minutes left. While you're doing so, I'm going to go and jump into the S&P 500 real quick. If I can find where it is. So we're breaking above this overall downtrend on the S&P 500. I need a close above, a clear close above. This is not it. Give me some legs up there. Get me above yesterday's close, yesterday's high. Give me some legs up there, and I would be a lot more confident on the bullish side. We're not true bull, but we're bullish enough that we could take directional trades. Okay. All right. Roman's asking for Netflix. You had asked on that before. So Roman, I certainly like it better for the bullish than the bearish. You took the bearish trade today, and hopefully you were able to get back out before the pop. If you use some of the rules we talked about on that Saturday, and then 2 weeks ago on Saturday too, I guess, on the micro day trading stuff that I taught you guys in Inner Circle, I think you did well on it today. I'd still want to see the break above the 447 to bounce with that 458 as a resistance level. But Roman, same thing. We get bad news on the market tomorrow and Netflix follows suit. I'm going to look to trade Netflix to the downside, assuming it closes where it does. I'm definitely going to look to trade it to the downside. Roku. Amazon's here. We're watching my daughter's dog, if you can hear it. She's just vicious. Yeah, Erica, we got a good bounce today off of a confluence point, right? So today was the day. So what did we have? Oh, I don't know what I wanted. Yeah, so we had bullish with the pullback to the 8 aggressive. So we're probably in. We got to a low 79.5, 79.5. Oh no, and yeah, 79.5. So 3/4 of a point. Nah, it's a little too far away. But that's what I'm looking at right there on Roku, Erica, is that 8 confluence with that 236, that hesitation point. Karen's asking for big airplane, big move today. China stepping out saying we may buy some more planes. Boom. Look at that. Just awesome, awesome freaking move. Right? I like things like credit spreads down below that 200. I think the 197 is too far away, but credit spreads below the 100, we'll put in there. Or the bounce off that 203.5 up to 210 resistance level. All right. We've already looked at Amazon. Let's go look at QQQ. Nope. I think I put AAA in. All right. So the Qs, give it a second. I love the pullback. Brenda, today, all over it, should have been. I was not. 375.69. I was not. But that was the bounce point we needed right in there. Right? 381.31 is resistance in there. I love the setup on it. If you didn't get in, and you get another whole nother pullback taking place in a bounce would be great. Sure, Karen. Boeing. It's actually not a fib, Karen. Ironically, it is a channel. It's not a fib. It probably needs one at this point, and very simply, it's here. Check for Fibbits, of course. Yeah, there we go. Got the right point. So check for Fibbits if you need them, but that's where it would go, Karen, off of August 30 to October 6th. All right, and then we got SPY. All right, so SPY, y'all know I love SPY, no question about it. Okay, but right now it's in the middle of nowhere. So I am in position number 3 on the chair. Let it pull back to the fib line where I have a confluence of the 8 moving average. Bounce gives me the best opportunity to be right in the trade. If I took the trade now, I would still have no choice. I'm going to wind up below that 435.87 as my stop, and that's just way too far away from that 440 level. All right, excellent. Well, hey, everyone, there you have it. I am going to bug out. I've got an appointment I'm going to get off to, so appreciate y'all being here. Thank you. Questions were awesome. You guys were great. Listen, Lee dropped in a couple of links there. Go ahead and check it out. Guys, take advantage of power option plays. Guys, Total Access Trading has it in it, but take advantage of it, guys, because there is such a phenomenal thing happening inside of there right now as far as where we're going and what we're seeing take place and how the trades are coming to us and so forth. The setups are amazing. It almost seems like we figured it out. Like the universe is aligning itself and we got it. When 79% of our trades are working, something's happening right. Okay. So you guys have a great rest of your day. God bless. And I will see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye for now. Lee's going to leave the room open a couple minutes so you can grab those links. All right. Bye.